Every manga artist wants to draw amazing characters, but most beginners skip the skills that actually make those characters look good. Before anatomy, before perspective, and before rendering, there are 5 fundamentals every professional artist learns first. And today, we're gonna master every one of them. This video covers the first lesson in the beginner section of my manga roadmap. Alright, let's get started. The first fundamental is line quality. Line quality is just your ability to draw clean, confident strokes. One of the easiest ways to spot a beginner is looking for these scratchy lines. Instead of committing to a stroke, they'll slowly sketch over the same area again and again. The good news is that line quality is completely fixable. The first habit to build is drawing from your arm. For tiny details, your wrist is fine, but for long, confident strokes, lock your wrist and draw from your elbow or even your shoulder. Your lines will immediately become smoother. Ironically, slowing down usually makes your lines worse. Drawing too carefully creates shaky, hesitant marks. Practice making deliberate strokes with confidence instead. Before placing your pen on the page, trace the movement through the air a few times. This builds muscle memory before you commit to the stroke. Before every drawing session, spend about 10 to 15 minutes warming up with these exercises. Think of them like stretching before a workout. They may seem simple, but they'll dramatically improve your control over time. Place 2 random dots anywhere on the page. Your goal is to connect them with one smooth, confident stroke. Don't worry if you miss the second dot at first. Accuracy comes with repetition. Draw long curves and straight lines while varying your pen pressure. Start with a light touch, press harder through the middle, then gradually lift your pen to create a clean taper. This exercise builds control over line weight and makes your drawings feel much more dynamic. Now that we can control our lines, let's learn how to use fewer of them. Once your lines are confident, the next goal is using fewer of them. This is called line economy. Every line should communicate something important. Beginners often draw multiple lines trying to find the correct one. Professionals usually know which line they want before they even touch the page. Once your lines become more confident, it's time to practice using as few strokes as possible. Do a simplification study. Find a reference photo and challenge yourself to recreate it using as few lines as possible. Ask yourself whether every line is actually communicating something useful, and if it isn't, remove it. Once you can control your lines, it's time to learn the language every drawing is built from. Every object can be simplified into a few basic shapes. For this video, we'll focus on 3: squares, circles, and triangles. Don't just draw these from the front. Rotate them, stretch them, tilt them. The goal is to build a visual library so your brain starts understanding these shapes from any angle. Once you understand flat shapes, it's time to give them some volume. Now we're taking those flat shapes and turning them into actual objects. The 3D shapes we'll be focusing on are cubes, cylinders, cones, spheres, and pyramids. These become the building blocks for everything you'll draw later. Heads, bodies, clothing, buildings, environments, armor is a big one. Again, drawing these a lot will help build your visual memory and make drawing a lot easier. Now that we can build solid forms, it's time to make them feel 3-dimensional. Once you're comfortable drawing these forms, you can finally start making them feel solid. Keep the lighting simple. Choose one light source and shade using clean hatching that follows the surface of the object. Don't worry about rendering beautiful illustrations yet. Right now, you're simply teaching yourself how light wraps around forms. If you can confidently do everything we've covered today, you're ready to move on to the next step of the roadmap. These fundamentals probably aren't the most exciting thing you'll ever draw, but every professional artist has spent hundreds of hours practicing them. Master these skills now, and every lesson after this becomes dramatically easier.